NeXT hardware might be rare, but the OS?
You remember our architecture we gave a name to, which was NeXTSTEP.
It's still alive, running in emulators, virtual machines, and even on old SPARC and HP PA-RISC workstations. Today, we're diving into how NeXT escaped its own hardware. We'll look at emulating a full NeXT workstation from scratch and, along the way, talk about how a NeXT itself would emulate an IBM PC. Under the dust, there's history waiting to boot. I'm the Vintage Collector, and these are my stories. So, how do you run the NeXT system today without chasing rare hardware or wrestling with dying magneto-optical drives? That's where Previous comes in. It's a free and open source emulator that recreates a full NeXT workstation from the original 68030 Cube to the Turbo Color NeXTstation and even partial support for the Next Dimension graphics board. Based on the Atari and Win UAE emulator cores, Previous supports NeXTSTEP from version 0.8 all the way up to OPENSTEP 4.2 for mock releases. It emulates most of the original NeXT hardware, including the CPU, MMU, FPU, SCSI, DMA, graphics, sound, and Ethernet. And a few things are still missing or partial, like serial or ADB support, and the Next Dimension board doesn't yet have a working video output. But for running the OS in most applications, it's solid and reliable. Installation can be a little bit involved, especially if you set sail compiling everything yourself. Or, like me, you take the lazy route, grab a pre-compiled binary and fire it up on a modern Mac. When launching, Previous presents a configuration window where you can define your system characteristics because, yes, you can literally set it to emulate any of the classic NeXT machines. If you've used other emulators or virtual machines, it'll feel familiar. Configure RAM, CPU, attach hard disk images, CD-ROMs and floppies. And yes, even the original magneto-optical drive is emulated. I'll get back to that one in a second. Installing NeXTSTEP works just like on the real thing. As shown here with version 3.3, you boot from the floppy image and it continues off the CD-ROM exactly like on physical hardware. One clever feature is that Previous comes with a built-in NFS server. This lets you share a folder from your host directly into the NeXT session, a super handy way to transfer files if you don't have a proper NFS setup elsewhere. Once NeXTSTEP is installed, just fire up the NFS manager, mount the internal share, and you're ready to go with software installations. Oh, and if you're missing a few technical details here, check out my earlier episodes on exploring NeXTSTEP. Even though I've got a real NeXTstation, using Previous comes in handy not only for clean screen captures instead of filming a CRT, but also for one-off software tests. What about backups? Just copy your disk image and start experimenting. I'm totally safe now to try out WordPerfect for NeXTSTEP. Or what about a sneak peek at the 1995 developer preview for OPENSTEP 4.0? No problem. The OPENSTEP 4.0 preview, codenamed Mecha, was surrounded by lots of controversy and negative criticism, like being slow and its inability to perform a clean install, but only an upgrade from NeXTSTEP 3.3. On the other side, it introduced a brand new look, including a tabbed dock that grouped apps by type. But users hated it, so NeXT scrapped it, only to have it return years later in revised form as the Mac OS X dock we all know from version 10.0 onward. Then, coming back from where we left off in the previous episode. What about earlier releases? No problem here. Previous boots NeXTSTEP 0.8, the earliest preview version known today, just as well as NeXTSTEP 2.1. To remind you, I wanted to transfer NeXTSTEP 2.0 onto the magneto-optical disk, to replicate the true 1990 feeling on the NeXTstation color. That said, I was then creating a bootable disk image onto an emulated magnet-optical drive, only to take a backup afterwards using the BSD backup command. And that's how I use Previous as a Jumpstart to get NeXTSTEP 2.1 onto my actual NeXTstation, just because I didn't find any original installation media. NeXTSTEP and later OPENSTEP weren't limited to Nexus Black hardware. They were all supported to Intel PCs, which means you can run anything from NeXTSTEP 3 to OPENSTEP 4 in VMware, VirtualBox, or, like I'm doing here, 86box. This even opens the door to experimenting with builds like Rhapsody's x86 developer releases, effectively OpenStep 5, Apple's first step toward what would eventually become Mac OS X. And even though the final Mac OS X would ultimately only be available for the PowerPC platform at launch, we all remember Steve Jobs' famous admission that OS X had secretly been developed for Intel all along in those transitional years just before Apple released the first Intel Macs. But there are caveats. NeXTSTEP for Intel, and as a consequence, also Rhapsody x86 couldn't run any 68K binaries from the original Black hardware. There was no such thing as Rosetta or Rosetta 2, the translation layers we'd see much later in Mac OS X and Mac OS that allow PPC apps to run on Intel and then Intel apps on Apple Silicon. And while Rhapsody evolved the OpenStep APIs into Yellowbox and introduced Bluebox for classic Macintosh applications, that Mac compatibility layer was exclusive to the PowerPC builds. The x86 version never had it. Still, as much as you can see here, early Rhapsody developer releases looked a lot like OpenStep, just with the classic Mac OS 8 UI stacked on top. And if you missed my previous episodes about Rhapsody, go check them out, as it's a fascinating look at where NeXT and Apple merged. A glimpse of a very different PC future that never was. Now, NeXTSTEP was also ported to Sun's SPARC architecture and even HP's PA-RISC. If you're missing the real hardware for those, at least in theory, you can run OpenStep for SPARC and HP PA-RISC today in QEMU. And people have gotten it to boot, sort of. The problem is, the installer tends to hang, usually during SCSI disk access. There's also mouse driver quirks, interrupt timing bugs, and a 2GB disk size ceiling. I didn't try this myself yet, but if you're curious, I've added some links down in the description. So far, I've talked a lot about PCs emulating NeXT, but even 35 years ago, emulation was already a thing on NeXTSTEP itself. I've covered several episodes on this channel about Insignia SoftPC and Soft Windows running on Sun, SGI and the Mac. If you want to learn more, check out the linked playlist. The one I hadn't looked at until now was SoftPC for NeXTSTEP. And yes, it doesn't really add much beyond what we've seen. From what I found, there were two releases, version 2.0 for Motorola 68K systems and version 4.0 for Intel. And honestly, if you've seen one, you've seen them all. Here's an interesting bit. I found disk images for SoftPC 2.0, wrote them to real floppies, but the installer kept failing with obscure errors. Turns out the package file on the disk was corrupted, likely due to the file name's truncation on the FAT formatted floppy. These weren't original disks, and NeXTSTEP.pkg format is actually bundle, a folder treated as a file. So I browsed inside, renamed the broken files properly and got the installer working again. While I was at it, I also patched the manifest file to include a ROM image that, according to the README, should have been added post-install, which somehow felt like an afterthought anyway. After repackaging the archive with the ROM embedded, the installation ran smoothly. I then rebuilt the clean, NeXT formatted floppy disk from that working setup. Now, since we've already seen SoftPC dragging itself through Windows 3.1 on a Macintosh, I'm not going to repeat that here, and especially not inside the previous emulator. But I did want to put the real NeXTstation running SoftPC side by side with an IBM PC-AT, both booting Windows 286. Well, I guess it speaks for itself. SoftPC was certainly not meant for graphic workloads, and even Windows 286 is really pushing it to the edge. Running a text mode application like Microsoft Word won't win races either, but can still be considered responsive enough to do some practical work. So we've now seen a PC emulating a NeXT and a NeXT emulating a PC. But next time we're digging into a bigger question. Can the NeXTstation run contemporary Macintosh applications? After all, it's built on the same Motorola 68K platform, and rumor has it the NeXTstation actually made a pretty decent Mac. That's coming up next on TPC. If you've ever tried SoftPC, Executor or any NeXT emulation setups, I'd love to hear your experience in the comments. I'm the Vintage Collector, and this was my story for today. Thanks for watching, and see you next Sunday.